Thank you for joining us on this episode of Goodnight Gamecast. I am your host, Jesus, aka Wave, and to exactly 21.8 miles away from me is my
Mm,
co-host, the
mm,
one, the only, the
mm,
frothy Mr.
mm.
40 ounce himself at MoiDivision.
Brr, 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 brr. Jesus.
Yes.
Hola.
Hola.
What's up, dude?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just here, sipping on a good old iced coffee. You know, my heart's
Ooh.
racing, my palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti. But
Ooh.
I'm feeling good, dude. I'm feeling good, man. Just
That, that's great. That's great.
yeah, getting that bean cocaine, that liquefied cocaine in my system. You know, man. Sometimes I think that coffee should be like a some sort of what do you call it? Like some restricted substance.
Like a controlled substance.
Yeah, controlled. There you go, controlled. Yeah, because if you fuck, man, it's like.
I mean, no, I don't think so.
I
But
mean, no, it's not. I mean, I'm just saying it's not. Of course not. Of course not. If I would I would rage, dude. If it was a controlled substance, I would go out there and patrol in front of city council or whatever with a bag of with an empty cup of Joe, dude, like an empty mug, walk around and be like, I want it back. I need it.
That's your protest?
That's my protest, dude. Walk around with an empty mug. Yeah.
I would just be like, I would just rub like coffee beans on my body and then just run into City Hall like naked.
There you go. Yeah,
I
I
think.
would put like a bunch of coffee beans on tape and then tape it to my penis. And then and just like obviously I don't want to be like showing stuff then because I can get arrested, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm not showing any sort of genitalia,
I
then
think you can still get arrested.
Can I?
I think so. It's still
Crap.
indecent exposure.
I guess you're right.
It's
Cowards.
not like you can't just like you can't show dick, like it's
Yeah,
not
I
like
guess.
it's not like Japanese porn where you just like just put like a black bar over like the tip or something. No, like
Yeah,
like it's still a dick,
I guess it's still penis, But what if there like what if there's like so many coffee beans that you just can't see it? It looks like I'm wearing a thong. Like
Okay,
made
well, I
out
mean,
of,
like, yeah, like, if you made like a thong out of coffee beans, then that's a different story.
yeah, I'm not gonna put
I
like I'm
think.
not I'm not gonna put a single coffee bean on top.
I mean, like, I feel like you can still get arrested because it'll just be like you walking into City Hall just wearing underwear. So I think that's,
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
that's
I'm sure
still.
there's probably like a sticker on the door like shoes and shirt required or something
Yeah.
like that. Some sort of fucking corporate fucking piece of shit thing like that. But hey man, let me walk around shirtless if I want to. It's cool. But I'm good, Jesus. I'm good.
I'm
How
glad
about
to
you?
hear it. I'm glad to hear that. I'm great. I'm just dealing with the quarantine, same as always, by
Hmm.
playing some games, dude. Playing some fucking
Hmm.
games.
No doubt, dude. Same here. Same here.
But you know what?
What's up?
There's no games about coffee beans, or at least that I know of.
I mean, I haven't played Overcooked 2, right?
I mean,
Which I've
yeah.
been meaning to. But maybe, hopefully, I wish some of the, at least one of the levels was like a coffee one. So you got to grind the beans and you got to like pour it
Ooh.
and then you got to serve it before it cools, to your, to the little pantry
Oh,
thingy.
that'd be cool. Like maybe like one of those cooking games, like the diner games, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's just a coffee shop, so like you have to like get espressos or like lattes. That'd be
Yeah,
kind of cool.
exactly. It's like, oh shit, you got to pour over it? Well, this one's going to take you longer to make, and you got to
Yeah.
like keep pouring water in there. And then you run over here to make sure that the milk gets steamed properly. And then you have someone bitching at you, right? Someone's like, hey, I asked for it iced.
Yeah.
And then so you got to run back and make it, but like in half the time
Yeah.
because they're pissed, Oh, yes, dude.
But let's just make games, dude. Let's just make a
Ah,
game.
let's become video game producers, dude. Let's do that.
Yeah, fuck this podcast, dude.
Yeah, if you're out there listening to this and you produce and you design games, let us produce it. Give us we'll go a nice percentage. We'll split it in a nice way. Don't take our ideas because then we'll sue you because this is not recorded.
Yeah.
TM.
TM.
Coffee maker TM.
Let's talk about some games that are out now. Moi,
Mhm. What's up?
what have you been playing?
Wait, you don't want to talk to him about our housekeeping?
No. 'Cause
Okay,
We're here. We're a little queer.
we're a little queer, yeah.
And we're going to talk about some games.
Okay,
You know
all
what?
right.
Housekeeping, just like my apartment, can wait.
Ho, ho, ho!
I'm off for
Wow!
2 days, baby. I'll clean tomorrow.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Oh hell yeah. All right, let's fucking go. Then you know what? Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't been playing much. Just
Oh
kidding.
shit. Okay, let's just do housekeeping then.
No, just kidding. I've been playing good old Valorant,
Okay, cool.
because I'm hooked, man. I'm like super hooked.
Yeah.
Just like this fucking iced coffee has me hooked, the same way the Valorant has me hooked. And you know what, man? I have like a toxic trait. I'm gonna come up clean. I'm gonna come
Okay.
out and say it. I have a toxic trait when it comes to playing competitive games. And if people on the opposing side, team, chair, whatever it is, are getting a little upsetty because I am doing well, and they start to show it, right? A lot of times in verbal abuse, and in Valorant, I get that a lot, because I use one of the shittiest guns, or quote unquote, it should be, which the judge, if you listen to our Valorant episode, you know this already. But I use the judge, right? It's a semi-automatic shotgun, right? So with shotguns, the range isn't there, but the spread is there, baby. And the way I play, I hug corners, dude, and then boom, boom. Next thing you know, you got a slug to the dome, And dude, I've been getting a lot of hate, like a lot of hate on Valorant. Like I play and then I get like, oh, like the bitch using the Phoenix using the the judge, like get a better gun. And it's like I'm using the shittiest gun. How come you can't kill me? It's
I
always the
mean,
same thing.
yeah, exactly. Like, I get it.
It's exactly. And like, dude, you can just shoot me from afar, man. Like if I'm getting that close to you, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Like you're allowing me to get this close to you. You can use any other gun and kill me from like triple the distance. That kind of stuff. So it's up to like, and it kind of gives me more fuel. It throws wood in the fire. When I'm playing, I'm like, oh yeah, I get more like excited to even go more after them. I don't know. I'm kind of a bully when it comes
Yeah.
to that point, I guess.
I don't think that's a toxic trait though.
It's
Like
toxic
that.
trait
No, because like you're
because I
playing your
laugh.
yeah, because you're playing your game, and if anything, it's like the opposite of toxic because you're like not letting them get to you.
I guess you're
'Cause
right. I guess
you're
you're right.
actually like feeding from it. Like
You know what? I guess you're right. You know what? I take that back. It's a very good trade because I turn that hate into positivity
yeah,
through my
exactly.
gameplay. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Positivity, double thumbs up for me. Yeah, dude. But it's just been fun. And yesterday I got into some, like I guess like some, because they opened up the I guess in South America they opened up the servers as
Yeah.
well as some places in Asia. So I was playing late last night, and I was playing, I believe, with a gentleman from on the opposing team, or I guess an enemy, gentleman from South America, and he was just cussing me out, dude, in Spanish, right? I'm a Spanish speaker, so I was understanding everything he was saying, and my teammates they didn't know English, and they were like, I mean Spanish, and they were like, oh shit, like I think he's pissed, and I was like, oh yeah, he's clearly pissed, like he's like. It's like ripping me a new one. They're all laughing and shit, right? And like my team members were like, yeah, like I mean, he's just upset because like you're using like the shotgun. And then some guys like, yeah, man, like you don't use like another gun. And I was like, I do, but like, and I was like top of the lead, like top of the board like with kills. And I was like, yeah, but it works. And some guys like, yeah, man, like, clearly like you're
Yeah,
kicking ass.
exactly. Like if you're winning, like why are you gonna switch the strat?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just been really fun, like just getting in there. And then
Yeah.
like now I play like a little bit later at night, and I'm getting like paired up with people from like over the world. That's like, let's say like in Asia, it's now daytime, so they're playing, and I get to play a couple rounds with them. So it's fun, it's they have a different approach, I guess, to the game, right?
Yeah.
So it's fun, and then so I've been playing Valorant, and then I've been playing some Apex. I'm actually very excited because when this episode goes live, which is May 12th, Tuesday, Apex Season 5, baby, is going live.
Ooh,
Yeah, dude. So
with Lova.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a new hero that's going to be releasing, which is it's a cool continuation from Season 4 with Revenant. How he came out and like killed like some like, CEO and shit and left the little girl alive. Well, she grew up and she now is out for revenge.
Oh, I did not know that there was lore to Apex.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's
Oh
kind of
my
nuts. Like
God.
they're building it really nicely, and
That's
I'm
crazy.
kinda,
Yeah,
I
I didn't know that.
yeah, dude. I fuck with it, man. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I'm super excited. So I was like, kind of like cleaning some of the rust off from Apex because I haven't played that much in like a while. Obviously, since Valorant came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna get season pass, get back into it, and check out the new hero. And see how that goes. But yeah, they have some new modes that are being released as well. So I'm super excited to play that as well tomorrow. So it's gonna be an FPS week, baby.
Cool,
You know how that
cool.
goes. Yeah,
Nice.
man. And then last but not least, I guess a quick sprinkle in there. Final Fantasy VII. I did tell you I was playing the original on the Switch. I
Hell
haven't
yeah.
played that much. Yeah, dude. I haven't played that much, but holy crap! Now I know exactly what everyone was talking about in comparison to the remake. This thing is going back quick, dude.
Yeah.
Like I haven't played much, but I feel like I've played maybe like 2 hours, and I'm already almost like halfway through Midgar.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy how fast it is. And you know what? Now I really appreciate the remake for a lot of things it did because it did develop on a lot of these characters, right? That are just like boom, boom, zooming by
Yeah.
in the original, and they gave them like like a lot of nice stuff in the remake, which I appreciate. It made the game very enjoyable. But now I see exactly what the difference is as far as story, gameplay, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm enjoying it, so I'll definitely keep playing that as a palate cleanser in between Valorant and Apex.
Nice, nice. That's like a good like contrast to have like just like a super sweaty competitive game and then just like something kind of like chill to just like slowly chip at.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Like I'm here on my computer, fucking here, mouse and keyboard. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like fucking gamer neck and shit. I'm always all
Yeah.
hunched over, like over my screen. And then it's like, all right, cool. I just lay in bed and like get my Switch out of the dock and start playing. It's nice, and go to the kitchen, do whatever I'm carrying with me. So yeah, dude, it's been a nice week of gameplay. Not too different from last week, but because these games are just fucking good. So
Yeah.
why switch it up if I'm enjoying them a lot? But yeah, man, that's about it with what I've been playing this week. How about you?
So I actually haven't been playing too many things.
Hmm.
Uh I did mention on was it last episode or did I mention it in last call? I think I mentioned it in last call. Yeah.
Oh, the Stadia and Google thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it was last call.
Yeah.
Um anyways, go check out that episode. But yeah, so I've actually like jumped back into Stadia just kind of like out of boredom. I had seen like the last like Stadia Connect and I wasn't very impressed with it. I was just like, okay, more games. None of them I care about. But whatever. And then I had seen that Stadia was doing 2 months of pro again, like for quarantine essentially. So I was like, yeah, I'll just like sign up again, see what's up, see what's new, claim all those old games that I didn't claim before. That way I'll just have them there. So if I ever want to like resubscribe, I'll just have something to play.
Yeah.
Um, so I jumped back in and they didn't add too many things, but like the very little like quality of life like changes that they've added to like the platform as a whole
Hmm.
are just much better. Like it just
Hmm.
actually like feels like not I don't want to say good, but like it feels okay playing on Stadia now.
Okay.
I feel like they probably like they kind of like just cleaned up how fast like you actually get into the games and stuff. Like they just like kind of like really optimized it.
Yeah.
They've added achievements now.
Oh shit, that's already there.
Yeah, so yeah, like that. It's like it's a very small thing, but it's very important to me. I just really like trophies and achievements. Like even like during the 360 days, I was always just
Yeah.
hunting those down. So now that I actually have that on Stadia, like it kind of gives me a purpose to play like some of these fucking shitty games because it'll just be like free achievements.
Yeah.
Um, so I've just been messing with it, and I downloaded all the Stadia Pro games, which I don't remember most of them off the top of my head,
Hmm.
but one of them that I was really interested in was actually Serious Sam,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
the collection, I believe it was like it's like the HD collection. I don't know. It was like the like latest like re-release of that franchise. So if you don't know, Serious Sam is like an arena shooter, like in the kind of style of Doom.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of get dropped in, shoot a bunch of enemies, survive, or there's some sort of campaign mode. But you get like a lot of different weapons from machine guns, Gatling guns, rocket launchers, grenades, you name it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of nutty.
Hmm.
I've been playing the hell out of it, man. It's a pretty old game, so just visually it looks pretty dated. But man, it's just so fun. Just because it's
Hmm. Okay.
so hard, but it's not unfair. Like I die and I'm like, okay, I should have like, you know, you kind of plan out your route, whether like you get dropped off and then you see like to the left it's like a rocket launcher, and then up ahead like there's like another grenade. So it's like, okay, I can get the rocket launcher, turn around, kill this enemy with the rocket launcher so I don't have to fucking deal with it, and then like run to the grenades, throw the grenades into like the spider nest, like kill the spiders, switch to a machine gun. Like you kind of like just plan out like what you're gonna do exactly, like in order, just to like make everything as optimized as possible, and in
Yeah.
order to like pick up all the armor, pick up all the health, and just get guns as you go along. So it
Ooh.
just keeps you like it just keeps me coming back to it, man. It's just really fun, and it's one of those things where you could just play for like a minute or two, like 10 minutes, and then just drop it and then do something else, and then come back, do it again.
Hmm.
So it's just super entertaining, man. It's not like the best game ever, but it's just like something fun, and just
Yeah.
being on Stadia and the way that the game plays, it's just perfect for me, man. Just because, yeah, like I could just like in between, doing like writing papers for my finals and stuff like that, I could just pop on in, do a run in Serious Sam, try to get like a high score on it, and then just
Yeah.
go back and keep writing.
Okay.
So yeah, like that game's like been like my number one on Stadia for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really like checked out like most things that were on Stadia Pro because I just didn't really care about them. But then I was exploring the store,
Yeah.
and they had Monopoly for $10,
Ooh.
and I've been wanting Monopoly for like the longest time. So I
Yeah.
bit the bullet and I just bought it. So it's the only game I like legitimately just own on Stadia. So even after the Stadia Pro is over, like I'll still just have Monopoly on there.
Right. You get to keep it and shit.
Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean like it's Monopoly, like it's just kind of neat to like have on your phone, because I do have a Pixel phone, so obviously I can just take that anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to like just boot up Monopoly like literally wherever I'm at.
Can you
Uh,
play?
oh,
Can you play it like on one screen?
uh, what do you mean? Like just on the cell phone screen? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They have an option like you can have like one controller per person or
Uh
one
huh.
controller for all.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like literally, like if I have my Stadia controller and there's a Wi-Fi hotspot somewhere, I could
Uh
just
huh.
we could just play Monopoly like literally anywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
and it's Monopoly. Obviously, like it's just a board game, but like it's just kind of something fun. If I'm with my family or something, and I'll just be like, hey, you guys want to fucking play some Monopoly?
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
hanging with the normies or something.
Yeah. Right. You're hanging with your grandma,
Yeah,
and then you're
exactly.
like, "Hey, abuelita, you want to
Yeah,
play?"
exactly.
She's
Like,
like, "What?" She's like, "What?"
yeah,
Oh, ¿qué quieres? What is that? Oh fuck.
yeah, pinche
But for
Monopoly.
sure. Oh no. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been wanting to get it on the Switch for a while, but I haven't seen it drop below like $20.
Okay.
And then obviously the Switch it's still a little bit larger, and then it's not. I guess it's not as portable as your phone. Like your phone, you're just taking it no matter what.
Yeah, it's with you 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just realized that $10 is not that bad, and then I could just literally have it anywhere. So I was like, why not? So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and then like that first day that I bought it, I like spent like close to 2 hours on one single game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it was just terrible. Because I mean, like it has its flaws. Like it's not a perfect game.
Yeah.
Because like I just booted up everyone. Like I played against like 5 other people, but they were just like
Mm-hmm.
AI.
Oh, okay.
But I guess the game starts realizing that like I guess you're getting better at it. So then it connects you to the online, and it like brings in people, like real people, to take place of the AI.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I was like hour and a half into the game, and then it just started like dropping in people, like real
That's
people.
kind of that's kind of weird.
Yeah, like I was like, man, this is kind of whack. Like, what if I don't want to fucking play with people? Like, I just want to win, man. I
Yeah,
just want to swindle some AI, you know?
yeah, for sure. I just want to fucking look like a big dick,
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, and it's just kind of whack because the AI turns, like you can kind of skip them, and you just get like a summary of what they did that turn. But when
Oh,
you're playing with
right.
people, you kind of have to just wait. So if you get
Uh,
people dropped into your game, like the game just slows down because you just gotta wait for them now. And then I
yeah.
had like 2 people quit, like midway, and then since I was the host, I like kind of get to decide like what happens to like that player. Like, does it go back to an AI or does it like bankrupt them and then you get their properties? So I was just fucking playing God, you know. I was just like fucking controlling the whole board while playing against this one guy with like two properties,
Uh-huh.
and I was just like trying to like make him quit.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
So you're pretty much you're abusing this person
essentially,
at that point.
essentially, I mean, he shouldn't have fucking joined my game, bro.
Did you think he had a choice?
I think so because you can just like hit
Okay.
because you can't just like you don't just boot up the game and then it just throws you in. You know, there's an
All
actual like
right.
fine match.
Oh, all right, right. Okay,
Yeah, but
okay.
I think it's just kind of
So he
shitty. It's just kind of shitty matchmaking that if you hit fine match, it just puts you in a match that's like halfway in. You know,
yeah,
because
okay.
like that game was almost over, and he just got thrown into the fucking sharks tank. You know.
Damn, dude. All right. So maybe he was looking for a good time, but he found
Yeah,
trouble, dude.
and then he found trouble. He found
Oh
me,
fuck.
baby.
Oh
Fucking
no.
the king of queens.
Jesus Christ. Oh fuck.
uh,
Damn you. Damn you,
uh,
Jesus.
but yeah, like other than that, I saw that Doom Eternal was $45 on Stadia, and I've been contemplating getting it, just because I really want to play it now that I've been playing Serious M.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to spend money on a game right now, and I don't know. I'm a little scared of like how it would actually run on Stadia.
Yeah, that would be like my fear, right? Like I can have it play extremely well on the PS4 Pro. Why have it, why gamble and play on Stadia
Yeah,
and
like
have drops and have lags and all that kind of stuff? Potential. I'm not saying it's going to happen,
yeah,
but the window for happening is going to be far, far, far larger than playing on a console at this
yeah,
point.
yeah. Like the only reason why I've been thinking about doing so is because Serious Sam actually runs really well, and it's not like
Hmm.
I don't think you can have the argument of, as far as it's an older game, so it just can run better because it's
Right,
just purely dependent on like the internet connection.
right,
So it's gonna run great no matter what. So I'm thinking like Doom will perform relatively the same. Um, but I don't know, man. Like I just really don't know. It just I don't want to just. I think the thing that's stopping me the most right now is the fact that I have to pay for it. And I just
right.
rather not. Because like the thing is, like I could just get it. As most people know, like you can rent games as an employee at GameStop.
Yeah,
So I could just check it out. I could just try it out for a little bit.
yeah.
But I just like I really don't want to play it on console. Like that's my thing. Like I really wanted to play it
Mm.
on PC, but I mean I'll just be paying full price for that. And at that point, I'm like, well, I should like check it out on Stadia. Like let's see what like a big AAA game looks like on this platform.
Yeah.
That's my thinking,
Oh.
But yeah, because I think too, like I wouldn't be playing it on like with my Stadia controller. Like I'll probably be playing it on like my computer on like a browser. So
Mm.
I don't know. It's just like a thought I've been having, but probably won't do it. I'll probably just wait till it just drops even more.
Bethesda, please. You heard it here first. Send my boy Jesus
Send me a
a
code.
code. Send him a code, please, so we can play Doom Eternal. I haven't played it. It looks appealing to me.
Yeah.
I played like the super old Dooms. I haven't
Hmm.
played any of the newer Dooms. I'm not too familiar with the newer ones, right?
Yeah.
But I heard this one was really, really, really good. People really enjoyed it, and like they made a lot of modifications from the last one to this one. Um, so yeah, I mean, it sounds like a really fun game, which I should probably check out. I like shooters, so this is one that might pertain to my liking. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I might like. But yeah, man. I mean, but I feel it, dude. I feel it. Spending that extra buck, definitely goes into consideration as well. Because like if we were reviewers, like official as fuck and getting codes, that'll be dope. Because we can obviously play everything because we're not spending on it, right?
Hmm.
But since all these games are coming out of our pocket, hey man, it gets expensive. It gets fucking pricey. We got
Yeah.
rent, we got bills to pay and shit. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like once that second wave of stimulus comes in, oh boy, it's over.
Oof,
We're gonna
oof,
we're gonna go hard.
oof. I'm getting a third monitor. I'm calling. I don't need one, but fuck it, dude.
Just get like 3 like ultra wide monitors and just like stack them up on top of each other.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna like. I'm gonna cover my entire peripheral vision with just
Oh my god.
monitors. I don't want to see anything. I just want to be like in a half like a sphere. Like just stick my head in, and like what is
Uh,
reality? What is reality?
it's
That's what
just
I
like Darth Vader's like chamber.
exactly
Yeah.
That's what I want, dude. Like if I have that, I'll be fine. I'll be happy. I'll be very pleased human.
Alrighty then, Moy. So before we move on, we're gonna do some housekeeping, baby.
Dope. All right,
All
what
right.
do you got for me?
So not much. Just remember, we do have our other show, Last Call, every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This show, Goodnight Gamescast, is every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific as well. We're still figuring out top shelf sounds. Like, don't forget about it because we will be doing another one of those very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on social media. We're at Goodnightcast on Twitter, Instagram, and not social media, but we did start a YouTube channel. So if you like to get your podcasts on in a video format, there's like not necessarily a video, it's just a still image of our logo, but you get all the audio through there. We are on there as well now at Goodnightcast as well.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
correct.
choose a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll definitely be delivering more content on there soon. And remember, we do listener mail. Send us any questions, any comments, concerns, advice, whatever it is. We're always here to lend an ear to you guys. And with
Mm-hmm.
that being said, we actually do have a listener question. And it's kind of cheating because it's like my girlfriend, but she did it, so I appreciate her. So at Raven Sue sent us a DM and asked us, what was your hardest boss battle?
Mm.
And I really like that question because it got the old noggin rattling.
Yeah, dude. I don't use my brain anymore. At this point, I'm just like I'm an autopilot at this point. So I'm like, oh, what? Like it woke me up. It's like, oh shit, like I'm like 10 light years into the future. It's like, oh, it's like an alarm went off, and I got off to check it out. It's like Alien, like
Yeah.
the original Alien. It's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So I mean, we did bring it up. We did bring up that we had listener mail last episode, but we really wanted to save it for like its own episode type of deal, because it's a pretty extensive question, and we did have to kind of just sit down and think about all the many bosses that we've defeated throughout our
Mm.
years of gaming.
Mhm.
So what do you think, Moy? You want to get started with that? What is your hardest boss?
Yeah, my hardest boss. Okay, so yeah, because like what we're gonna do is go into our hardest boss, and then we're gonna go into villains. Is that correct? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. So we're actually just gonna like talk about the hardest boss we've ever defeated or not defeated, um, and then we'll just kind of talk about like iconic like villains, I guess, just like our favorite villains in video games. So I guess not necessarily bosses, but most likely than not, these are also bosses.
Right, for sure. Okay, so now for my, I guess, toughest slash hardest boss I've ever fought in any video game. I mean, again, there's been a shitload, right? There's been like way too many. Especially like imagine just one Dark Souls game.
Yeah,
Imagine one Bloodborne,
yeah.
like Sekiro. Like I'm just like
Like every battle's a
ba-
boss battle.
exactly, just fucking baffling, right? It's mind-boggling how hard these shits are. So the hardest boss what comes from Dark Souls 3,
I knew it.
and yeah, and it's the optional boss, which is the Nameless King on top of his Storm Drake, the King of Storms. So yeah, so this is an optional boss in Dark Souls 3. You find him in one of the optional areas. I believe it's the Dragon Fort or something like that. I forgot exactly the name of it. But anyways, you get to the very top, something like that, and then you fight this dude. It's on top of this like it's a drake, right? But it looks like a phoenix, like a lightning phoenix, which is pretty sick design. And then you have to beat him on top of his like drake, and then he gets off, and then he fights you, right?
Yeah.
Like with a spear and shit, dude. Jesus, I never beat this boss. I never beat him.
Oh, really? Okay.
I
Like
never
you
beat him, dude.
you told me you hadn't beaten him, but like, oh, what? You told me you hadn't beaten the boss that you were gonna tell me about, but I didn't think it was his one. I thought you beat him.
No, remember me
Yeah, like
fighting him?
I remember you fighting it a lot.
Everyone saw me fight this
Yeah.
fucking thing. Like we were at the apartment because we still hang out like one of my friend's apartment, one of our really good friends' apartment. Like we used to. It was like a gaming den, right? We had like four TVs, a fifth one in the room, five PlayStations, like computers, switches. You know, like
Yeah.
it was just a gaming den. Like it was ridiculous. One of the best times of my life, if I could put it at that, because it was
Yeah,
just
those
fun all
Overwatch
around.
those Overwatch LAN parties were like really fun.
Yeah, dude, it was like five screens, five consoles. The entire team was there. We were like
Yeah.
back like side to side and shit, you know, which was like that's what we did so well. I guess playing like in teams because like we know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly.
the communication was real. But yeah, sometimes I would just play Dark Souls in there, and you know, like people, you know, you guys were just chilling, like sometimes you know doing different stuff and stuff. So you guys saw me fight this thing. I never beat it. I could never beat it, and to this day, dude, it still haunts me. And right now that we're talking about this, I'm gonna go back and play Dark Souls 3. I'm gonna replay it, and I'm gonna beat this asshole because I can't believe, dude. I can't believe I've beaten Sekiro and like it's many difficult bosses, which now that I think of it, I feel like those were harder than this one. And I'm like,
Okay.
how come I never beat this guy? You know, because like even the last boss, in well, depending, I guess, the last boss and how you played Sekiro, right? But in Sekiro, there's this boss called Ishin, the Sword Saint, right? And this guy just rocks your shit. Like you have to practically play like almost perfect pairing, dodging, striking, reading, everything. Like it just needs to be almost perfect for you to beat this boss, right? And then I feel like
I don't read, baby. I just play.
well, anyways, this guy is just hard, dude. Like I died a shitload of times. I countless. I don't even want to think about how many times I died because there's way too many, and it makes me feel bad about myself and my gaming skills. But you know, but I heard it was terrible for everyone else, so it's fine. I don't feel as bad. And then also the Guardian Ape slash Headless Ape in Sekiro, which that one
Oh,
also
okay.
just rocked my shit for like a day or two. I was like, wow, this is actually insane. Like how I can't beat this fucking thing. And then when you think you beat it, no, like he like boom, part two of the battle begins, and you're
Part
like,
two.
fuck me, right? Yeah, exactly. Like fuck me. I guess I just fucking suck, you know. And then but yeah, man, I want to say the Nameless King took a lot from me, and I was never able to defeat it. So that makes it the hardest because I could never beat him. You know, right now he might be not as hard, but at the moment I couldn't beat him, so he still stands in my number one spot for the hardest boss I've ever fought because I couldn't fucking kill him.
and and that was your first Dark Souls, right?
Yes, that's correct. I played 3 as my first one.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
maybe you can go back and just fucking boop him.
yeah, dude. I'm gonna try, man. I'm really gonna try. Dark Souls 3 was a difficult game. It took a long time for me to beat that game. Again, being my first one, I had to like really like teach myself how to play this fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't just do it as any other game, but I'm kind of glad I did because now I approach most games with that sort of mentality, and it makes a lot of things a lot easier. So
Okay.
yeah, except for Sekiro. And Sekiro, it helped and killed me as well because you're supposed to be more aggressive.
Okay. Yeah.
In Sekiro, it kind of you get reimbursed for your aggressiveness, you know.
They're
So
like, no.
yeah,
No.
exactly. Like stop rolling, hit him. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's kind of contradictory, but it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go back and try to beat that guy. If my file is still saved in my PS3, I'm definitely gonna boot it up tonight and see if I can give it a go.
Oh, that's right, because you did switch PS4s.
Yeah, so if I did, hopefully it did save it, and I should have it in my library digital, so I should be able to download it. And so, and you know what? If anything, if it's there, I'll probably try to stream it. You know,
Oh,
see if I
nice.
can take them out. Yeah, because that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'll watch.
But yeah, man, that's
Maybe.
my yeah, dude, fuck yeah, thanks. But that's my and again twitch.tv/MoiDivision. Give me a follow, please. I appreciate it. I want to become an affiliate, and I'm 30 followers away from becoming one. So please hook your boy up. I really appreciate it. I don't stream that often, but I promise I will if you promise me to watch. Do it. But yeah, that's my toughest boss battle, I guess.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
you, man?
So I mean, obviously, like as you know, like I really just play RPGs most of the time. Like I don't have like a hard boss battle like in Dark Souls because fuck those games. I ain't got time for that shit. Uh, but now that I realize I got Dark Souls 2 on Steam, we'll see.
Oh shit, you do, you do.
But like that's like the most bullshit one. I don't want to try that one.
Yeah, dude, the tracking is real as fuck in that one.
Yeah, oh, we'll see, we'll see. But anyway, uh, it's kind of weird because it's not like a particularly difficult fight. Like it is a hard fight, but you know it's an RPG fight. You know, you usually just grind more and you win.
Yes.
Um, but this one has like a little story with it. So this boss is actually called Yggdrasil or Yggdrasil. I don't know. There's like I've heard like different pronunciations of like that name, but it's like that like
Hmm.
the tree of life essentially like that name.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
And he's from Tales of Symphonia.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so Tales of Symphonia is actually like one of my favorite games. Like I fucking love that game so much. I've played it so many times. Just because like I've had it since I was a very young kid. I just kind of got it randomly because it was like a do you remember like the Player's Choice GameCube games?
I do.
They were just like $20. So I think like my grandma just wanted to buy me something and she was like, pick something. And I was like, that one. And I just kind of grabbed
Yeah.
it.
Right.
So it's an incredible game, man. Like that's kind of what made me fall in love with the Tale series. But I was also very little, so I didn't know. Like I was just bad at games, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got to that fight, it's kind of towards the end. You kind of, it's like a kind of like a turning point in the story when you fight him, and
Okay.
then it's pretty much like the halfway point. You fight him, you can't defeat him. Story continues.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but it's one of those where like he kind of just beats your ass and then you know you die but you're supposed to lose.
Oh, right, right. For the sake of the story.
Yeah. So I was a young and stupid kid and I actually didn't know that,
Mm.
so I would keep trying and trying and trying to beat him because you actually get like the like defeated screen in the game,
Yeah.
like all your characters die and then it goes like into black and then you get to like get the cutscene. uh so I didn't know that that was the thing. So every time I
Mm-hmm.
would die, I would like like hit the reset button on the GameCube.
Oh shit. Oh no. You little dumbass. Oh. That's cute.
So
That's kind of that's cute. That's cute. That's sad but cute.
yeah, like I just didn't know, man. Like I mean, like I never had like a game where you know they gave me a fight where I had to lose. You know, I thought it was just like really fucking hard because like
Yeah.
you know it's one of those where you eventually like you're actually doing damage, very little, but like you're doing damage. You know, so like you
Mm-hmm.
see it like his life like dwindle down, and then in Tails you don't see their life gauge.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually like items that you can use uh to see their HP. So that was my thing. Like I always wanted to know like how much fucking HP each enemy had. So I always like was
Right.
just loaded with those items. So as soon as the battle started, like I would just use my turn, use pop that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I would see how much HP he had, and I would just see it dwindle down slowly. And I was like, "Fuck it, dude! Like I can do it! Like I can fucking do it!" So I was just like super determined to just fucking kill him in that one, like that first phase, because there's like 3 phases. So he beats your ass twice,
Mm-hmm.
and then like finally, like during the third phase, like you can actually fight him, and then you actually like defeat him, but he's just like, I'm just a fucking god, and then story continues.
Right.
Uh, but I was just so determined, man. Like I just kept going and going and going to the point that I actually just stopped playing the game because I just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like morally defeated. It's like, man, like this is just fucking hard. Like I have to come back to it later on, blah blah blah. And then later on, like when I like eventually when I actually like finished the entire game, I was like, oh, I could just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, like I think that's like essentially like a weird way of spinning like my hardest boss, just because it literally took me years to defeat him. I actually didn't beat this game until maybe like 6-7 years ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, so like it was just like still fairly recently, you know. It's just because it's like one of those games that like I've had like my whole childhood, but you know like
Mm-hmm.
it was just like way too like long, and like that part just kind of fucked me over, and you know it just kind of just sat there. But like I kept it like this whole time, and then one day I just sat down and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and I just played through the whole thing in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I mean like even then, you know, like the actual fight where you can actually beat him, it's still really fucking hard.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know this, but Tales games are actually like action like combat.
Yeah, I played I forgot which one I played. That one with like a werewolf girl. I forgot which one it was.
Oh yeah, Berseria.
Yeah, Berseria. There you go. I
Yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
beat it, but I played like a good amount of time on that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, yeah. So like very similar combat. So like a lot of the stuff, like essentially how you win battles is by racking up combos and linking up your like abilities with your teammates,
Yeah.
while like kind of like stun locking the enemy. That way he doesn't do like
Mm-hmm.
any of his abilities. But
Mm-hmm.
him being a boss, he like he doesn't have like that stun lock, so he could just like break out of your combos and then just do a fucking giant laser from the sky and like wipe
Right.
your party. You know?
Right. Kills your waifu and shit. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's a difficult fight, but it's not not doable.
Yeah.
But I just thought like in my heart of cards, like that was just like the hardest fucking fight ever, just because I could never fucking do it, you know.
Right.
But in reality, it was just a fucking stupid 10-year-old, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? It happens. It happens, you because it happened to me too with like Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just going with the story, right? Like just advancing with the story. And for me, grind. I mean, this show was like what? I was like in 5th grade, dude.
Yeah.
So grind for me was not a thing. I didn't know grind was a thing. RPGs were, a new thing to me, right? Like I knew how it worked, but I didn't know this one was like gonna be the same way as regular RPGs, right? Turn-based ones. Anyways, uh, yeah, dude, I could never be Sephiroth. Like I was like, what the fuck, man? Like he's just like he won't stop attacking. Like his sword is huge. He's hot. Like he kicks my ass. Like I don't get it. Like why is this dude just like everything that I want to be?
Yeah.
Like in a character, and in real life too, right? Who am I kidding? But yeah, dude, like he just rocked my shit, But I mean, I could never beat him. But then like later on, I was like, okay, well, it's because I was like under leveled, this and that, and which eventually later on I beat him. As a little older, little smarter, a little less stupid, And then I went back, played the game again, grinded, and then actually like used like skill points and everything, and got cool keyblades and shit. So then I rocked this world and shit, right? But yeah, before that, I was like, this is impossible. Like this guy is just he's a fucking dude with a big sword and a badass song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this Sephiroth was so hard battle. But again, I was very young. I was too young to know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think like for me personally, like if I actually like make a list of all like the hardest bosses I've like fought, I think it's mostly things that I thought were hard back then, you know? I don't think
Right.
I've like played anything recently that I'm like, "Oh man, that boss battle like fucking sucked."
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just cuz like I guess I have an adult brain, I can understand how things are done. Like maybe I'm just bad, but like I realize like, "Oh, I just have to do that." It's just my hands don't work like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, one thing's like knowing. It's like that meme, right? I saw a meme the other day. It's like a picture of Patrick with like a huge brain, and it's just like how you picture things and like how you want to do them and you know how to do them. But then like execution, and it's him with a fucking board nailed to his
Oh
forehead.
yeah, just like nailed to his forehead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's just like how you actually execute them. It's like all
yeah,
stupid and shit. Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I
Like
feel like.
that's pretty much it, man. Like I remember like a lot of bosses when I was younger, and I just there's like games that like I stopped, like I legitimately just stopped playing because I just couldn't beat. And I'm pretty sure now I can go back to them like, oh, that's it. Like
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, dude. Exactly. I 100% feel what you're saying.
yeah. But I do have like an honorable mention for like hardest boss, because it's like not hardest and like it's difficult, but like this
Okay.
fight is hard. Like it can fuck.
Okay.
It's Psycho Mantis, dude.
Oh,
It's
hear
just
that ninja.
it's just one of the
Yeah,
it's
dude.
just one of the
Yeah.
coolest fights like ever. Like
That
it,
was a badass fight. Holy shit, dude. Yeah.
like not only like it's just like obviously like it's a little bit older and it's Metal Gear, so like combat's kind of wonky, top down camera, whatever. But like just the fact that like he can read your memory card, he like moves your controller, like it's just like really like it's just like a really fun way of like creating that atmosphere for like a boss fight that like just like no other game has done that.
Yeah, dude, Kojima broke that barrier,
Yeah.
and he broke a fucking barrier into our fucking dimension, like this fucker knew. He knew the
Yeah.
future. Like he was just like I can fuck with like the hardware.
Yeah.
Like not the game, the hardware itself. Like, oh my god, yeah, dude. Like, I remember the first time I fucking fought Psychomantis, I was like, how? Like, how? Like, I can't do anything. And I think until like I read the little booklet or some shit like that or whatever, or I forgot exactly how I found out because I know like nobody told me. I think I looked it up somewhere because the first time I played it, I didn't play it on the PlayStation. I played it on the PSP. One of my
Yeah.
friends, he fucking homebrewed it and added a bunch of games in there. And so I had like a shitload of games in there. And then one of them was Metal Gear. And I was like, I'm fucking toss it and I'm gonna start playing it. And yeah, but in the memory card, like with each game, came the little booklet. No, because obviously you remember how you need the little
Yeah.
booklet to get the codec code and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it said something like that, and I was like, oh, and that's how I was able to beat it. But dude, that was so fucking cool.
Yeah, like I said, like it's just like a really smart way to do a boss battle, and then just the way that like he built that character as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
just very smart, and I think that's just like one of the hardest boss battles because
Yeah,
it's
dude.
hard
Like,
as fuck, man. Like
yeah, it's hard as fuck.
it's so sick, man. So I
It
just have to
is.
like give it props.
Yeah, dude. It is hard as fuck. I also really like River Ross a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Like that's definitely like up. Like it's spoiler. It's not on my list, but like I thought about it on like best
Same.
villain. I don't know, at a certain in certain games. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, oh man, like that would be really cool. But just the other three I put on my list are just better.
Yeah, not for sure, for sure. All right, we want to get started with this list or
Yeah,
what?
let's do it, dude. Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
give me. Do you have them in order, or like, are you just like, do you just have like three good
I have
villains,
I
three
have them in
bad
order.
boys?
I have the bad boys in order. I have them lined up, shoulder to shoulder. No, not shoulder to shoulder. Each of them standing 6 foot apart.
Ooh, topical. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Got you, got
Are
you.
they wearing masks?
Uh, Two of them are. The other one refuses.
Okay, because he's a bad boy. Because he's a villain.
Yeah, he's like at heart, dude. He's like, nope.
Yeah. All right.
Like,
I get it.
fuck you. Yeah.
I would have been really upset if you told me that yes, they're wearing masks. So
No, two of them they complied. They were like, yeah, because they have people around them.
oh, okay, I get
This
it.
this other individual's like, fuck you. Why are you talking to me,
I
peasant? I'm like, oh no. Hey, sir, excuse me, sir. You need to hold your spot in line.
get
I'm like a fucking like I'm just like those like like working in the set, like of some sort of production. I'm just like making sure the actors and the artists are like where they need to be at certain times. And they're just talking shit to me. They're just like, why are you talking to me? It's like, sorry.
I'm sorry, just doing my job, sir.
It's my job. I need to make sure you're here. Yeah, it's me right now, dude.
All right, dude. Then hit me with your number three.
My number 3 top villains. I mean, I guess like it took a lot of thinking, right? Because we're saying like, oh, okay, like well, bosses are like boss fights, right? Like
Yeah.
epic, hard, this and that. And then villains, for at least for my kind of thing, I was like, you know what? Like a villain should be someone that just feeds, our protagonist, our hero, fulfill its duty as like an evil entity.
Mhm.
At least for my I guess description right of a villain
Yeah.
in video games. So my number 3 spot is the bronze medal goes to, I should say, to Dr. Robotnik.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, dude, Eggman, man, aka the fucking Eggster. He's just a badass, man. Like when I was younger, I really, really, really liked Sonic. Like
Yeah.
I grew up with both Sonic and Mario, both franchises. But Robotnik was just fucking badass, man. Like in Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, like he was just dope, dude. Like, and especially in those because you would get to like meet him, quote unquote, like
Yeah.
more of like what pushes him, what drives him, instead of just hearing it from like, oh, like that's the boss battle, that's Robotnik, he's evil, blah blah blah. No, like you get to see
Yeah,
more
like
of him,
why
more
he's
interaction.
evil.
Exactly, all that kind of stuff, right? And I just think it's a badass character as a villain. Design's goofy as shit, you know. But
Yeah.
it's just like, hey man, it's just this fucking mad doctor, this scientist. He's just crazy. But yeah, man, I feel like he just drives the story and Sonic and like his gang of heroes. It's always some sort of world destruction, and he just leads them, to become the heroes, and yeah, man, I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
Robotnik's cool.
I think we've talked about it like previously on this show. Did you play Shadow the Hedgehog?
I didn't. The one who is fucking holding a gat, right?
Yeah.
No, I did it with Maria or whatever. No, I didn't
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like,
I didn't play
I
it.
I mean, yeah, like, it was a fucking mad goofy story, but they did really cool stuff with, like, adding to, like, Robotnik's, like, backstory. So, yeah,
Okay.
like, that's the one thing it kinda did right, and, like, I appreciate it for what it did, but other than that,
Yeah.
it's kinda edgy.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw
Yeah.
that cover and I was like, holy shit, like, I'm scared.
Dude, I honestly, I think I still have it.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
I have
for
it for the game.
the
Uh,
GameCube?
I think they released it for the PS2 as well, but I have it for the GameCube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's just such a goofy game, man.
Oh, fuck, I bet, man. I bet. Like, you give a hedgehog a gat.
Because like, you just,
Call,
like, you're not even, like, running around and, like, jumping on anything, like, you're just running around and, like, shooting things. But I
yeah.
think I've mentioned this before when I talked about True Crime LA,
Uh-huh.
uh, but just shooting games on the GameCube just felt so satisfying. It's because of those triggers, man. They're just so clicky.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So, like, the clack, 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 clack just, like, matches the sound you're making with the actual controller. So
Yeah.
it just hit different, you know?
Yeah, you know which one felt really good too? Spy Hunter. The one with the car that shoots?
Oh, yeah, okay, I was like, "Wait, like, that sounds so familiar."
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. It was like a white, like platinum, whatever looking car that would shoot and had all
yeah.
these gadgets and shit. Yeah, dude, that's like, and the GameCube, that shit felt clean. I was like, oh yes, like this feels good. Yeah, dude, good shit, good shit. But yeah, my number three is Robotnik.
Robotnik.
Yeah, it's a
Robotnik
classic, man.
HD.
It's yeah, dude, exactly. Classic fucking villain, good old Robotnik.
Alright. I respect it. By the way, do you have an honorable mention, on this list, or is it just a 3?
I just got the three.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I had a bunch in mind, right? But I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it.
Alright. So my number 3, it's actually Albert Wesker from Resident Evil.
Oh, dope. Fucking
Yeah,
Wesker.
Chris.
Oh fuck. Dope.
I fucking love Wesker, man. I think he's one of the coolest villains. Like, first of all, I just love Resident Evil, like, as a franchise in general.
Yeah.
Uh, but just having, like, I know, like, he's not necessarily like a villain in all Resident Evils, but just dragging him on, like, throughout, like, most of the Resident Evils, even though they don't necessarily, like, tied together, it's just
Hmm.
like a really smart decision. Just because you kind of just give a shit about the character, especially being that he was on your team first, and then like, you realize, like, he's a double agent, and then he's just trying to just become a fucking god now. At
Right.
this
Oh
point,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
at this point in the story, like, it's just, I don't even know what's going on with Wesker. Like, he's just on one. But like, he's just really cool, man. Just because he's not, like, super, like, crazy designed. Like, like, you would think after a virus, like, he gets, like, all these fucking tentacles and, like, all this shit. But, like,
Hmm.
he just looks like just good old Caucasian man,
Yeah, slick back hair or flat top. I guess if you're
Yeah,
playing the older games because of the fucking graphics.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, like, just like his movement, like, he's just super fast. He's like mostly, like, all about that fucking hand to hand combat.
Right. Yeah, the fucking knife and shit.
Yeah, he's just really cool, man. Like, I just love him, and when they put him in fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom, like, they just nailed him perfectly. So I just really
Hmm.
liked Wesker as a villain. But yeah, like, that's pretty much it. I just have a
Okay.
lot of love for that franchise, and especially that character.
Yeah. Now Wesker was dope, dude. I remember like when they even in Resident Evil 4, they had like the side stories, right? Like they had like I forgot her name. Girl with a pixie cut.
Ada.
Ada Wong. Yeah, Ada. I remember that like her route where you play
Yeah.
as Ada, like behind the scenes, kind of pulling strings and shit for Leon. And then they had another one with Wesker. Wait, was it an actual? I forgot. Oh shit, because that was a long time ago. I don't know if it was like an actual third route or if it was just the part of the mercenaries
I think it's
mission.
mercenaries actually.
Mercenaries, right? Okay, cool. Because I was like, wait,
Yeah,
like I don't think
I
they had
don't
that one.
remember too much honestly. Because I usually for some reason I just like I don't think I've ever played like any of like Resident Evil's like DLC or like side stuff. Like I usually just like
Oh, okay.
mainline like I mainline the games,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, yeah, I like that sounds like the mercenary stuff.
Oh, okay, dope. But yeah, dude, Wesker's dope. He's a cool villain, cool character.
He's just trying to fuck, but like himself, you
Damn, dude.
know.
That's a lot of self love, dude.
Wesker
I fuck
loves
with it.
Wesker.
Wesker, dude. Make a shirt like that. Make a like just his face, and then the other one like loves, like a little heart, and then like himself, but he's like the same face but blushing. You know, a little bit of blush. That'd be cute as fuck.
uh,
Oh shit. Ah
so
man.
what's your number two, baby?
My number two, dude. He's a king to begin.
Okay.
To start all. He's a fucking king, dude. And not just any king, dude, but he's a Koopa King.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh baby, he's a fucking Koopa King. King. Bowser, baby.
Yeah, dude. Like you have to.
Dude, like, it's just Bowser's so fucking cool, man. Like I know, yeah, like okay, he's a Mario villain, right? He's fucking his antagonist and stuff, right? But dude, like Bowser has stayed such a cool character and still so involved, from like even to like the latest games. From the very beginning, like it's always Bowser, Bowser fucking like, and like you end a level killing Bowser. 64, you gotta take out Bowser. And they even give him a son, dude.
Yeah.
Sunshine, they give him Bowser Jr. because he's such a cool villain. It's like, hey man, what is he gonna have a kid? All right, cool. There you go, kid. And then
There you go,
you know,
kid.
there you go, kid, dude. Boom. Where's mom? I don't know.
Peach.
At Peach, there you go, dude. Peach gave birth to a turtle. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that happened. That happened. And then dude, in Paper Mario, man, like Bowser in Paper Mario as a villain was one of the coolest fucking things. Because it kind of like went back to Bowser. You beat a level. I mean, you beat a like a dungeon, quote unquote,
Yeah.
and then boom, like you get some Bowser story with Peach, like up in the castle, right? And then they develop Bowser as this villain, right, and everything. And then at the end, you have this fucking like crazy battle with Bowser. At the very top, with like almost in the galaxy, like super high in the castle in the sky, and man, he's just a cool fucking character. Like for okay, and another reason why he's my favorite character in Smash. So
I
let's
mean,
fucking
yeah,
go,
you
dude.
have to. Yeah.
And
No, go for
but and every time I play Bowser, I feel like a villain in Smash.
it.
Like, let that be known, dude. Every time I play Bowser in Smash, I feel like a villain because he's cheesy, dude. He's got cheese moves. He requires very little effort, and it's just like such a villain thing, to piss off your friends a little bit by playing a shit character. But enough of that. But yeah, dude, Bowser's dope. Again, one of the classics.
Yeah, like you gotta fucking like pay your respects to Bowser. Like, a lot of people's lists, like he would be number one. Like if you just tell a random person like number one villain in video games, it's Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't have a lot of like I guess like evil villain like tendencies like most of these
Yeah.
people like in our lists. Like he's not
Yeah, he's
trying
like
to
goofy.
like, yeah, he's not trying to kill people, but also like it's a Mario game. Like we're not gonna try to like make weird shit. I mean he is like a serial
Exactly.
kidnapper though, so
Yeah, exactly. He kidnaps the princess time after
yeah,
that.
so he's a repeat offender.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? But Mario is actual murderer. Mario is the one that kills him all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
So you tell me the fucking villain is. You
but
tell me who's the bad guy.
like two wrongs don't make a right, baby.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right, dude. So I guess the biggest villain out of the Mario universe would happen to be
Society.
society, dude. The Toadstool Kingdom. The Toads themselves, Toads and Toadettes. Their views are the true enemy. Oh shit. But yeah, my number 2 is Bowser. You know, I love Bowser. I love the Koopa King, dude.
All right, all right.
What about your second one?
So my number 2 is the Lord himself.
Ooh.
It's transcended media.
Ooh.
Lord Vlad
Farquaad.
Tepes Dracula.
Oh, that's fucking god, dude. That's hard.
Dracula from Castlevania, man. Like,
That's hard.
it's just I can't, I don't have to say anything, man. Like, it's Dracula. Like, how do you like go against Dracula? It's such a cool villain. You know, like not only just in Castlevania, you know, he's been in books, movies, TV shows, anime, whatever. I'm not saying that he started in Castlevania, like, of course not, but
Right, yeah.
but we're talking about video game villains, and
Exactly.
the quintessential video game villain in Castlevania.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
he's
Mhm.
so fucking sick that he had to get his son to go kill him.
Yeah, exactly. Like no human can kill me. Like no
Yeah,
human.
he was like,
Like I
bring me my son.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's fucking hard, man. That's such a hard thing to do in a video game, right?
Yeah, and then like, not only that, I think his like fights in the game are actually like just fucking stupid. Like, they're
Mhm.
pretty fucking difficult. Like, you're just dodging like a bunch of shit at the same time while you're trying to hit him with a whip, you know,
Yeah.
or a sword, depending on which game you're playing. Uh,
Yeah, right.
but yeah, man, I think just Dracula as a whole, like, it's just a really cool villain. Just primarily in Castlevania. Like, yeah, Dracula's cool in like other like franchises and shit, but
Mhm.
Dracula in Castlevania is just really sick. I really
Yeah, I
love
mean,
him.
yeah, hell yeah, dude. Dracula's a fucking. He's like a personification of horror, you know, like
Hmm.
um, that obviously has given root to a lot of like modern evil characters, right? That can might like relate in some way. You know, lives in a castle, the fucking forests, like high up there, and like all this kind of stuff, you know. And yeah, man, Dracula's shit, man. He's so old, so
Yeah,
old that I get a lot of, like a lot of villains, a lot of things created like in recent times, have some sort of reflection on, well, quote unquote non-reflection, right?
yeah.
On Dracula. But that's
um,
sick, man.
yeah, and like, it's like the thing you mentioned earlier. You know, like, a good villain is someone that, you know, we see their motives and we kind of like, I guess, like, empathize a little bit of like how they're
Hmm.
feeling or why they're doing the things they're doing. And like,
Right,
same thing with Dracula. Like, you know, he just wants to kill humans because they killed his wife.
right.
So like, you know, like, it's a pretty like pretty reasonable, you know,
Yeah, he's not
decision. You
eating.
know.
Right, he's not just being a dick because for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
he's out for revenge,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Exactly. Like, so I think, like, obviously, you know, don't commit genocide because they killed your wife. But
Please don't.
but you
Mhm.
know, I get it.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, fuck them humans.
Yeah, fuck them humans, bro.
That's fucked up, man. Especially like, if a listener, if you haven't watched the Castlevania Netflix series, please do. It's really fucking good. And the first episode pretty much, gives you the motive behind
Yeah.
Dracula and why he does the things he does. If you haven't played the game, if you have played the game, then you probably know. But yeah, dude, holy shit. Or if you read the books or whatever. But I guess they change it up a little bit depending on what you read and who you read
Yeah,
from.
like,
Yeah.
like, it's just, I don't know about like certain like pieces of literature and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I mean, like, this Dracula is like specifically like the
Right.
Castlevania Dracula.
Hmm.
I don't know if his like
Yeah.
story coincides with other ones.
Yeah, because I've heard like different versions of why like he's evil, but again, I don't recall authors and whatnot. It's just shit you have to read in school or whatever,
Yeah, because
or even movies.
yeah, like, because I like, wasn't like the original Dracula like not even a vampire? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
something. It was just some fucking dude
yeah.
that like they just blamed him for drinking blood or whatever, but not really. It was just he was just really pale, and he was just kind of a butcher.
There you go.
Hmm. Well, there you go. There you have it.
So
All
yeah,
right, and
that's my number 2.
number 2, nice, nice. All right, well, moving on to my favorite villain in video games. I'm pretty sure. You know what? I know you know Jesus, but don't say it. Don't say it. Let me flop it in the wind a little bit,
Yeah, dude, do
before
it
you
out, dude.
before
Do it for the
let me
content.
yeah, dude, let me hold the fucking thing up here and like you're just jumping trying to grab it, but don't because you're taller than me, so you'll probably grab it. The reach is there. I don't know, man. Some call him a thief. Some call him the king of thieves. And I ain't talking about Sinbad, baby.
Me too.
The only male born in the Gerudo Desert, the third piece to the pie, otherwise known as the Triforce, Ganon, dude.
Ganon.
Ganon is my top villain, dude. And I mean, all iterations of Ganon, right?
Yeah.
Ganondorf, Calamity Ganon,
Yeah.
you fucking yeah, anything, every fucking
So just
iteration of
just
Ganon.
Ganon as a whole.
Yeah, I do.
Fucking Pigman Ganon.
Pigman Ganon, dude. Yeah,
That's my
and
favorite.
actually, yeah, I do. Same. Like Pig Cannon,
Pigman.
Pig Ganon. There you go, Pig
Yeah.
Cannon. Holy shit! Like I'm fucking shooting hogs. Yeah, dude. Especially because, um, like fighting him at the end of a current time after the castle crumbles and falls and everything. You gotta escape when he comes out from the rubble and he's just like floating. He's all pissed and shit, and he just transforms into like his original form, right? Ganon, like the with a pig nose and everything. It's like holy shit, this is terrifying. Because you see Ganondorf, you're like, okay, yeah, it's a humanoid, right? He's just green and like he's just evil, right? Um, but yeah, dude, when it turns to Ganon, like holy shit, like shit gets real. And even fighting him in like Twilight Princess, for example, when you fight him out in the field, is one of my favorite battles with Ganondorf.
Yeah, that fight was actually
Um,
really super sick.
that fight was so fucking sick, man. And then the last one, fighting Calamity Ganon in Breath of the Wild, was also a really cool one. And I'm really glad that they did the fight in the open field because I really like that in, like I said, Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
So doing that again, just the epicness, of like a huge space of a battle, just makes it so cool. But yeah, man, Ganondorf, he's just hungry for power, man. There's not a lot of motives up to why he's just power hungry. It's just his nature. He's just an evil being. He's a personification, like a symbol of like greed for power.
Yeah.
Of evil. So, and then as Zelda is for wisdom and compassion, and Link for courage and like the good in humans, I guess you want to say. So yeah, it's just like boom. Like if evil were to turn into something, what would it be? It's Ganondorf. And yeah, man, that's just cool. Just really fuck with him. He's just a cool character. And if you want to ask Brian, that's his fucking. He loves him too. So, but yeah, dude. I guess there's not much to say about Ganondorf because he's also one of those really famous characters, in video games.
Yeah.
That at this point, if you haven't heard of Ganondorf, like holy shit, like please like play a Zelda game. Like this character is dope.
Not Breath of the Wild though.
I beg to differ.
I gotta do it every time I can, dude.
I know. You gotta get your shots in.
Play the Minish Cap.
I didn't finish it. I never finished it. I played like a little bit because I never owned it.
Okay.
So I really played like the very beginning. You know what? Jesus, thank you for reminding me.
Yes,
I've been adding stuff to my list.
There you go, baby. It's one
there
of my
you go,
favorite
dude.
Zeldas.
It's 3DS, right?
No, Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance.
Mhm.
Okay, I still have my SP, so I can
Yeah, there you go, dude.
stick it in that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. All right. I mean, I heard it's really good. Really
I've
fucking
actually
good.
heard like mixed things from people.
Really? I
Yeah,
only heard good things about it.
it's just because I think what was it? I think Capcom developed it.
Mm.
Yeah, so like it kind of gets like this is not a Zelda game,
Okay.
But I really like it. I really like it. And it's
Oh
like
yeah, Capcom did do it. Yeah, that's correct.
and it's one of those like it's one of those top-down Zeldas where how like they like kind of bring in other villains, like
Yeah.
those like just evil wizards that like kind of like cast a spell on like all of Hyrule.
Right.
That
Yeah.
that kind of shit,
Yeah, I forgot which one. I know exactly what you're talking about. I forgot their names too. Yeah.
Because I know like the Minish Cap one is Vati. I don't know if because I know like he's like a recurring character in other Zelda games. I just don't remember exactly which ones. But yeah, Uh, Ganon,
Yeah.
super sick.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
even design wise, man, like oh my god, he looks terrifying. Like even as like Pig Ganon looks fucking scary. Ganondorf just looks like he's just gonna fucking kick my ass. Everything about him,
Yep.
it looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Fucking. And then his laugh, dude. He doesn't say shit.
Yeah,
There's no audio files for him. All you hear is like, that's it.
yeah.
It's like why doesn't he talk? Why is he just laughing? Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop. But yeah, because I mean, there's other like cool villains, right? Even like Majora or God, I'm blanking out the Twilight dude, Zan or Zen or Can. I forgot his fucking name already. Yeah, I mean, Ganon just takes a fucking cake, you know. He's
Yeah.
a classic. And I'm looking forward to seeing his this new iteration of Ganondorf or Ganon in Breath of the Wild 2.
The hot version.
Yeah, the hot version, dude. The hot shirtless version, you know, with long hair and wow.
He's looking like an Aztec god.
Yeah, dude, like pretty much, man. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how that's gonna play out and how they're gonna portray him here because it looks like. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be. Well, it is gonna be like a sequel, right, to Breath of the Wild 2,
Mm-hmm.
but it's probably gonna show us a little bit more about Ganon because it's like you never see like a full physical version of Ganon. You know, you just see like the calamity, like the aura of him, right?
Yeah.
And then in the preview, you see like his corpse, like his body with the aura coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like holy shit, like boom, like what is? It's gonna give us a little bit more into that Ganon lore, you know. So I'm very excited.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, but enough about my first. What about your first, Jesus?
So, as you might have guessed, this
Mm.
is a Final Fantasy boss.
Mm.
And it is from the one Final Fantasy that I will never stop talking about, which is
6.
Final Fantasy VI.
Ho
That
ho
is
ho.
Kefka Pallazzo.
Oh, all right, cool.
I actually think Kefka is the best villain in video games. Period.
Ah.
Um, so Kefka is he's essentially Hitler.
Oh fuck!
You
All
know,
right.
he's like never at the top, but like once he rises to power, like it's fucking over.
Mm.
Um, he was always just like a chancellor to like the emperor.
Okay, is it that clown looking dude? Like
Yes,
kind of like a buffoon?
yes, yeah. He just looks like a
Okay.
jester. He just looks like a jester.
Yeah, like a gesture. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like you don't think much from him, and even at the beginning of the game, he's just kind of seen as the jester. You know, he just kind of makes like stupid ass jokes, and he just like, and he has like a little like shitty like 16-bit soundbite. He's just like, "Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah." Yeah, like he does
Oh
like a stupid ass like laugh.
shit.
Uh, so yeah, you don't really take him seriously. Yeah, he just kind of clowning around, but he kind of has like his own agenda of like what he wants to do with the empire, and he just does like some fucked up shit. So there's actually like a fight at one of the castles of the empire
Mm-hmm.
where like people are fighting, and it's like a castle siege, and they're just like typical just castle siege stuff.
Yeah.
But like Kefka starts thinking to himself, and he's like, well, how do we actually like win this fight? Like, how are we gonna get inside the castle? And he was like, I know, I'm just gonna poison the water. Like,
Oh
I'll just
shit. Okay.
poison their water supply and just kill everyone. And even like his like captain, he's just like, sir, like that's kind of fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
like that's a war crime.
Yeah. What the fuck? You're
Yeah.
killing a bunch of innocent.
Yeah. So like no one kind of agrees with him, and he doesn't really have like power like over like those troops. So he's just
Mm-hmm.
like, fuck it. So he just goes around and he just does it anyway and just kills everyone, including one of like the family of like one of the party members.
Yeah.
So they just like adds motivation to the fire.
Mm.
Yeah, but in the end, like what I'm trying to say is just he's actually just fucked up in the head. Like he's actually just fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
But it is a Final Fantasy game, so that craziness and actually just goes into like a god complex, and he just
Yeah.
greedy with power, and he wants to be able to control everything. But it's Final Fantasy, so it's all magic and just like outer worldly beings. But in the end, like the biggest part about him being like the best villain is that not only is he crazy, is that he actually like succeeds in his plan.
Oh shit. Okay.
So essentially, like halfway through the game, he actually like becomes a god and destroys the world.
Oh shit. Yeah, because I'm looking at pictures right now. It says like God Kefka, and he's just it looks
And he
like an
look,
archangel and shit. Like he's just like flying with like robes like around his like
yeah,
genital area,
yeah.
and he's just
So
like, yeah, what the
yeah, so
fuck?
that's the final form, but like obviously like it is an RPG boss, so there's like different forms. Uh
Mm-hmm.
I think if you look up like Kefka Tower, you'll see it. But he essentially like a giant pillar of like weird like Greek figures like molding into his body.
Oh
Um
yeah, I
and
see
it
it.
looks nuts.
Yeah, it does look nuts.
So like in that fight, it's essentially like like the classic RPG fight where there's like different phases.
Yeah.
So each phase is you climbing the tower. So like I think there's three phases. So it's just each part of the tower, and then at the end of the third phase, you fight God Kefka, which is just a him looking like an archangel.
Oh shit. Yeah, because it
Um,
looks dope.
yeah. So yeah, like it's just like it's like one of the few villains where he actually like realized his plan. So like even if like if you think about it in retrospective, uh, like even if you beat the game and you win and like everything's back to normal, like he still got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Like even if he's dead, like he still became a god. Like he was here to do this and then he did it and now he's dead and that's it. You know? So
Yeah,
like
that's fucking
his like
nuts.
fucked up ideals like actually were realized in the game. And it's just kind of crazy because you can't really like get like that like full satisfaction. Like obviously, yeah, you're back with your friends, everything's peaceful in the land now, but
Mm-hmm.
like in his head, he still won.
Right, yeah. Damn.
So yeah, like I just really like him as a like like that. It's actually like one of the main reasons why I like this game so much. Obviously like the party members, and I've talked about this game like for countless of times, but
Mm-hmm.
like Kefka is like one of the biggest reasons why I like this game so much, just because he's just such a crazy villain. Yeah,
Ah.
so that is my number one villain.
Yeah, that's sick. Hell yeah. I've never heard about this guy before, obviously. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Kind of cool. Get to gaze upon this fucking evil being, dude.
Yeah,
This evil being.
an evil bean.
Yeah, it's a little fucking pissed off legume. Yeah,
but
that's sick though. That's sick.
But yeah, that's gonna be our list of our favorite villains.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to add, Moy? Any little shout outs you want to give for villains that you might have popped into your head?
I don't know, man. Honestly, like I feel like there are a lot, but actually, nah. At this point, I'll probably just, like think about it a little more. To be honest, I'm sure there's a lot there, but I don't want to drag this on forever and ever. You know.
Well, with that being said, thank you for joining us on this episode of Goodnight Gamescast. Stay tuned for next week. We'll do some other fun little stuff.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Well, thank you.
And good night.